type of channel.
The company decided to abandon its expansion plans due to unforeseen financial difficulties.
Efforts were made to abate the negative impact of rising material costs on production.
The presentation included an abstract of the main research findings for the stakeholders. The new policy aims to abolish unnecessary administrative procedures to improve efficiency.
Interest will accrue on the account at a rate of 3% annually.
The employee was unfairly accused of violating company policies without proper evidence.
All team members must adhere to the company's code of conduct to ensure a productive work environment.
The HR department is responsible for administering the employee benefits program.
The board voted to adopt the new marketing strategy for the next fiscal year.
The project faced adverse conditions, such as supply chain disruptions and labor shortages.
The CEO is known to advocate for policies that promote work-life balance.
The first item on the meeting agenda is the quarterly financial report. Our goal is to alleviate the stress experienced by our employees by offering flexible work arrangements. Funds were allocated to various departments based on the annual budget plan.
We anticipate an increase in sales during the holiday season due to the new promotional campaign.
The store offers discounts on large household appliances, such as refrigerators and washing machines. The annual appraisal process evaluates employee performance and sets goals for the coming year. The workers will assemble the furniture on site as part of the installation service.
Before launching the project, the team needs to assess the potential risks and benefits.
An internal audit revealed discrepancies in the financial statements. The company placed a bid to secure the contract for the new construction project. Long-term investments help strengthen the company's financial bond with its stakeholders.
The travel agency provided a detailed brochure outlining vacation packages.
The real estate brokerage firm specializes in commercial property transactions.
Purchasing in bulk allows the company to save significantly on inventory costs.
The office implemented stricter security measures after a recent burglary incident.
The ship was loaded with valuable cargo bound for international markets.
Employees must comply with safety regulations to ensure a secure workplace.
She decided to confide in her manager about her concerns regarding the new project.
The client gave their consent to proceed with the revised contract terms.
Building credibility with customers is essential for long-term business success.
The bank issued a debit card to the account holder for daily transactions.
The company will deduct 10% of your salary as a contribution to the pension fund.
The government is working on measures to address the growing budget deficit.
After a deliberate discussion, the board decided to delay the product launch.
The employee was demoted due to consistent underperformance and missed deadlines.
The two parties are currently in a legal dispute over intellectual property rights.
Shareholders were pleased with the announcement of an increased dividend this quarter.
The company specializes in manufacturing durable goods such as furniture and tools.
The report was highly elaborate, including detailed graphs and analysis.
Only full-time employees are eligible for the company's retirement benefits program.
The team is about to embark on a new marketing campaign targeting younger audiences.
The accountant was fired after being caught attempting to embezzle company funds.
The program is designed to encompass various aspects of leadership development.
The CEO agreed to endorse the new product to boost its market appeal.
Employees are entitled to 20 days of paid vacation annually.
The starting salary is equivalent to the industry average for this position.
The company plans to exploit emerging technologies to gain a competitive edge. The company hired an external consultant to evaluate its business strategies.
The new system is expected to facilitate communication between departments.
It is not feasible to complete the project within the given timeframe.
The company's fiscal year ends in March, followed by the annual financial report.
According to the sales forecast, revenue is expected to grow by 10% next quarter.
Stock prices are likely to fluctuate due to market instability.
The company implemented strict measures to prevent fraud in its financial transactions.
The fulfillment of customer orders is a top priority for the logistics team.
The company organizes several business functions every year to strengthen client relationships.
The apartment is fully furnished, making it ideal for short-term renters.
The government decided to grant funds to support small businesses affected by the pandemic.
The company reported a gross revenue of $2 million for the last fiscal year.
Customers often try to haggle over the price at the local market.
Production had to be temporarily halted due to a technical malfunction.
The strict regulations could hinder the company's ability to expand into new markets.
Rising demand during the holiday season can inflate the prices of certain goods.
The mediator ensured that the decision-making process remained impartial and fair.
The manager conducted a thorough review of the company's inventory before placing a new order.
The government plans to impose new taxes on luxury goods starting next month.
The quality of the materials used was deemed inferior compared to last year's products.
The chef carefully selected fresh ingredients for the restaurant's signature dishes.
It's important to correctly interpret the data to make informed business decisions.
The question raised in the meeting was irrelevant to the main topic being discussed.
The delays in delivery began to irritate customers, leading to negative reviews.
The travel agent provided a detailed itinerary for the client's trip to Europe.
The company plans to launch its new product line in the global market next month.
The CEO's speech was followed by a lavish dinner for all the attendees.
Please ensure that all forms are filled out in a legible manner to avoid processing delays. The company's actions were deemed legitimate under the current trade regulations. The government has decided to levy a new tax on imported goods.
The company may be held liable for damages caused by the defective product. Guests are required to lodge their complaints with the front desk for immediate attention.
The factory invested heavily in new machinery to improve production efficiency.
The delay was caused by a malfunction in the assembly line equipment.
Employees are expected to communicate in a professional manner at all times.
The profit margin for this quarter exceeded initial projections by 5%.
The doctor prescribed the necessary medication to treat the patient's condition.
The store offers a section for miscellaneous items such as stationery and small household tools.
The employee was dismissed due to serious misconduct during working hours.
Misplacing or misusing company property may result in disciplinary action.
The weather remained moderate throughout the conference, making it pleasant for attendees.
Despite his modest background, he achieved great success in the tech industry.
The government announced new monetary policies to stabilize the economy.
She applied for a mortgage to purchase her first home. By offering exceptional customer service, the organization has been able to nourish trust among its customers. As a novice, he was given extra training to improve his customer service skills.
Loud construction noise has become a significant nuisance for the office workers.
The company received numerous complaints about the delayed deliveries.
Employees are expected to obey all safety regulations while on company premises.
The company felt obliged to provide additional support to its customers during the crisis.
Please state your occupation and contact details on the application form.
The company is working to reduce its overhead costs by optimizing energy usage.
The customer received their parcel on time thanks to the efficient delivery service.
The inventor applied for a patent to protect her innovative product design. We encourage locals to patronize small businesses to support the community. The HR department is responsible for handling all matters related to company personnel. Residents have signed a petition requesting the government to improve road safety in the area.
Stock prices began to plummet after the disappointing earnings report was released.
The team completed a preliminary analysis before presenting the final report to the board.
Smoking is strictly prohibited on the company premises for health and safety reasons.
The manager presumes that the project will be completed on schedule, but additional resources may be required.
Honesty and hard work will always prevail in the face of challenges.
Employees enjoy the privilege of flexible working hours as part of the company's benefits.
The sales team exceeded their monthly quota by 15% this quarter.
The proposal is based on a rational analysis of market trends and consumer behavior. The receptionist greeted the visitors warmly and directed them to the conference room.
The company faced significant challenges during the economic recession.
The accountant worked hard to reconcile the discrepancies in the financial report.
Customers can redeem their reward points for discounts on future purchases.
The manager explained that the position had become redundant due to recent restructuring. Light refreshments will be served during the afternoon break at the seminar. The researcher was able to refute the claims made in the competitor's report with solid evidence.
The government aims to regulate the housing market to ensure affordability for all citizens.
Employees will be reimbursed for travel expenses incurred during business trips.
The job comes with a competitive package, including generous remuneration and benefits.
A valid ID is a requisite for entry to the secure facility. The company's stock prices continued to soar after the release of their new product. Investors began to speculate about the company's next major announcement.
The applause at the end of the presentation was completely spontaneous and heartfelt.
The manager asked the team to update the sales data in the shared spreadsheet.
The sudden change in policy startled many employees during the meeting.
Please ensure that all requests for stationery supplies are submitted by Friday.
The government introduced new policies to stimulate economic growth in rural areas.
The layover in Dubai turned into a pleasant stopover with a quick city tour.
Supervisors are encouraged to provide clear guidance to their subordinates to improve team performance.
The initial contract was followed by subsequent negotiations that finalized the deal.
The company plans to establish a new subsidiary in Southeast Asia to expand its market presence.
The report highlights the need for a substantial increase in the budget for the upcoming year.
The company decided to donate its excess inventory to charity, as it had a significant surplus.
The company announced a takeover of its smaller competitor to expand its market share. Employees who are tardy repeatedly may face disciplinary actions.
The agreement is still tentative and subject to further review by both parties.
Startups often struggle initially but can thrive with the right investment and strategy.
The goods are currently in transit and will arrive at the warehouse by tomorrow. The decision to implement the new policy was unanimous among the board members.
The company will undertake a complete overhaul of its internal processes next quarter.
The new product launch achieved unprecedented success, surpassing all previous records.
The court decided to uphold the original ruling in favor of the plaintiff.
Employees who violate company policies may face immediate suspension. Customers can use this voucher to receive a 20% discount on their next purchase. The bank agreed to waive the late payment fee as a goodwill gesture.
The company specializes in wholesale distribution of electronics to retail chains.
The new investment is expected to yield significant profits in the long term.
Channel Toeic. 不良かお願いします。